another match point.
Incredible third set here.
They changed their strategy a little bit and they fought their way back in.
There it is, game, set, and match.
Hello and welcome to the 2024-25 APTA Tour. We're live from the Birchwood Club in Highland Park, Illinois, bringing you the Birchwood Open with live streaming brought to you by the APTA membership and our tour presenting sponsors Volley and Corient. Tournament support has been provided by the following local sponsors: Crane Construction Company, Mezzaro, Renovo Financial, Lynn Wise Group, 28 Mile Distilling Company, and Melnikoff Investments. I'm Denise Murphy, along here with Jason Love, bringing you the women's semifinal match between number 4 seed Liz Cruz and Mirta Molenveld versus Ali von Kennel and Morgan Melnikoff. Welcome, Jason.
Thanks for having me, Denise.
Heck yeah. Let's go, Jason.
Here we go. I've been waiting for this all day. That's the problem with having the afternoon, evening matches.
I know,
you just
right?
sit there anxiously waiting. I'll admit I've had a few cups of coffee, so I'm ready to go.
Well, I'm psyched to be calling this with you today.
It's going to be an exciting match. I heard, we've had obviously great run of matches, good weather here in Chicago,
Yes.
and interested to see how this one turns out. Do you have any thoughts coming into it right away, Denise,
Oh my
out of the
gosh.
chute? I mean,
I have a lot of thoughts.
as our expert.
I know von Kennel and Melnikoff took out the number 2 seed, Bill Meyer and Blinn, so that was unexpected.
I heard that was a great match.
Really great match, and they're coming in from Connecticut, and there's going to be a lot of good action here. I'm excited to check it out.
Agreed. And I don't want to make sure we don't pass up. We've got up in the chair, we've got Rob Laboon, our veteran APTA umpire. I've known Rob a long time, so he's going to call a great match, as he always does.
It's amazing.
And I also want to point out that just in case you're tuning in now, this is we're going to be using regular scoring format, full APTA Tour scoring format, best 2 out of 3 sets, with a playing out the third set in completion. There will be no tie break for the third set for this match.
No way. So we have, who do we have here checking out? They're going to find their sides here. They're just finished their warm-up.
We don't want to announce it yet because we don't know which side. It'll
I
be
know, we're
confusing
waiting
for
to
us
see.
too.
Exactly,
Yeah.
we're going to wait a little bit.
And it's kind of interesting. I know we do a lot of this with the CPTC setup, but we are not courtside. So we're watching through a monitor, which,
Yes.
Denise has much prettier, better eyes than I do. So we're going to do our best
Well,
to keep up with
We
it.
can see, we can look to our left and see
That
the
is
court,
true.
but
It is
we're
over
looking
there.
at
It's a little blocked. But yeah, so we've got, and we'll follow them to whichever side they're going to go to. But it looks like we're going to have Von Kennel, who is wearing the black pants. She's going to be playing, I believe, the ad side, if I'm not mistaken. And Melnikoff wearing the pink pants. There's going to be on the deuce side.
All right.
And down here in front of us, we're going to have former national champ Liz Cruz.
I know, right?
She, I believe, is going to be serving.
Yeah, it's always exciting, Jason, when we've got 2 solid, very talented teams meeting each other. I believe for the first time, because Liz and Cruz and Molenveld are not typical partners, and but von Kennel and Melnikoff have been playing together, I believe, for a number of years. So this will be a great, per usual, the start of a match. Both teams are going to kind of be figuring each other out. Hopefully we'll see some long points, and looks like Liz Cruz is taking us out right now, and Melnikoff returning in the pink leggings.
Yeah, I agree, and what I always love is kind of going through the mental space of, do you like to start to serve? We don't know
Yeah.
who won the toss, etc. But I don't know, Denise, do you like to start with the ball in your hand?
No.
Under, you like to return first.
I like to return first.
Why is
Yes.
that? You like a little extra warm up time, or?
You know what? I always think that the 3 of the toughest shots in the game are serve, return, and first volley. So why would you choose 2 out of the 3 of them?
That's, math. That's math. That's just simple math. And well
Hey,
said.
wait, are you saying I have good math?
Yes,
Because
you do.
Mike Rowley earlier was give me a hard time about my math, so thank you.
No, that's it's 100% true. I'm with you on that, Denise. I personally like to return first, get a little extra time, but I also get to feel out your opponents, especially when you don't know them.
Yes.
And to that exact point, we go down love 30 here in this game. Oh, look there, we got love 40. So again, a little bit of a return. It's warm here in Chicago. We're over 30 degrees.
Yeah.
So
which is so nice. I mean, I definitely think the big, the X factor here is going to be Liz Cruz, Jason. I mean, the amount of, you already mentioned she's 3-time national champ, the amount of experience she brings, and just her overall paddle IQ and understanding of the game. I think that Molenveld, she's been playing for a long time as well, but we'll be leaning on Liz for her direction, perhaps strategy. And it'll be interesting to see how Von Kennel and Melnikoff, wow, that's a great
return.
How they react and respond. So right off the bat, it's a solid break for Melnikoff and Von Kennel.
Yeah, and obviously one of the first times I've seen this pair play, but just great pace control already off the return of serves. I know that Liz and Myrtle are going to be talking about that in the changeover, saying let's be prepared for that on our next service game.
Yeah. All right, Liz Cruz is in the black in the ad side at the baseline, and Mirta Molenveld, her partner, on the do side.
And as you pointed out before we got started, this side of the court here, which is facing west, is going to have a little bit of a sun to deal with possibly here as it's peeked out of the clouds a little bit.
I know, but that sunset sure looks pretty, Jason. I got to tell you.
I don't know.
Let me look at that.
Yeah, 2 of the players are going to disagree with you out there, but yeah, the scouting report I got from Von Kennel and Melnikoff was exactly this. They play very great, straightforward paddle. A lot of balls down the middle. Play very safe and percentaged play.
Yeah, they're very disciplined.
Great ball.
It's tough. I like that. Von Kennel just stepping up. You're not able to do that unless you're right on top of the net. She anticipated that beautifully.
Well, and I love Melnikoff's overhead there, right? The number one killer overhead is that slow 2 screens. Put you back in the corner. She was back in the pickleball courts there. 15 all. Great volley.
This is definitely the time where all 4 players are really just feeling out what each other has, like identifying strengths, weaknesses. Of course, I kind of say it all the time, a broken record, but obviously you want to keep the ball away from the strengths. Once you identify what's hurting you, you don't want to go there.
Yeah.
And then where are our safe zones? Where can we put the ball when we're in trouble, or we just need to dump it someplace that we're not going to, get our teeth knocked in by a drive. So
I agree, and I think that goes both ways, right, from both sides of the net. So for example, that backhand off the backside screen by Liz there, she knows, that maybe they're going to be a step back off the net, expecting a lob. You can throw in that just little probing drive.
Totally.
Love that ball down low in the middle underneath.
Yeah.
I'm a visual guy, so underneath the Birchwood Club logo.
Yeah, there you go.
You can get it under there. You've hit it well. All right, there it is, our break back.
Yep, that happened kind of fast. I'm sure Von Kennel and Melnikoff are looking to slow this down.
I think both teams, right?
Yeah, that's true.
We played 2 games in under 5 minutes, probably.
Yeah.
And it's not that anyone's made any mistakes. It's like you said, it's just that feeling out process.
That's just a great 2-hander right there. I mean, she's really stepping in. That's one of those things where, okay, Cruz is gonna start logging that and be like, all right, that happened again. Now we need to start looking for it.
And that's right. The sign, in my opinion, about what separates the different levels of players is how quickly you pick up on that between being, I don't want to say a fluke, or something that is one of your strengths. You say, like you said before, we're not going there anymore.
Right.
2 nice serves in a row.
Such a great volley by Molenveld.
Liz is such a great communicator on the court. Yep. To your point earlier, right? Bank on her experience and lean on that.
Yeah, she won. So in 2015, Liz won nationals with Anna Brzova, and then 18 and 19, she won nationals with Gabby Nicolescu.
I was going to say off the top of my head, at least 2 different partners.
Yep.
So again, another sign of a great player.
Right. Yeah, she's just, Cruz is incredibly disciplined, calculated with everything she does on the court, and is a really good, I think, mentor for so many players. And whoever plays with her is just going to gain knowledge and experience, just being around her and listening.
And I think one of the biggest things is that she has a very active personality, but she has a very calming presence on the court.
Yes.
Which I think lends itself to new players or new partners, and it really picks it up well. I've had the privilege of teaching with her numerous times, and she's fantastic on the court.
Yeah.
All right, 40-30, point to hold.
Nice dig.
Yeah.
A great lob by Von Kennel out of the outside.
And
nice
look,
job.
It pushed her back and caught her in a tough place to hit that next volley.
Jason, why do we lob to set up the drive?
Lob is my favorite shot. I've only said that a few million times. Nothing makes me happier when someone goes, that was a great lob. But that was a great return to serve there, so we've got a break point here.
All right, Von Kennel returning.
Yeah, they're lobbing well right in the onset of this match.
Yep. Yeah, and the deeper you make somebody hit an overhead, the less they can hurt you. Bottom line.
Look that's 5 lobs in a row, or 5 overheads in a row. Liz is hit from behind the service line. And the flip side is the first short one. She ends the point. Yeah.
Yep.
Another break point here from Melnikoff Von Kennel.
It's just a great return.
And a heck of a volley to get that back off your shoelaces. I feel like that happens a lot, Denise. You hit that great return, and you get just a little deflated, and then you try to do a little too much with whatever your next shot is.
Oh, almost. No, absolutely. Yeah, I'd love to see Von Kennel and Melnikoff just lengthen these points out a little bit, get a little bit more picky and understand exactly what shot you're trying to extract from your opponents and wait for it. Not force it.
And I agree with you, Denise, and I think part of it is they're also trying to figure out what it is that Liz and Myrtle are going to give them, right? So I mean, that's what I love about, platform tennis is it's really that chess game, right?
Absolutely.
So a nice hold there, our first hold of the match.
Imagine that. It's true.
Well, as we said, it's I think most of the country's coming off this cold front. So serving in the warm is going to be a little bit different.
That's what I love about this game. It's
little bit
a completely
advantage
different game.
of the returners.
Yep.
We were just talking about it the other night on the Chicago live stream, is how crazy is that you start when it's warm, play majority of your season when it's cold, and then you play when it's warm again for the
Yep.
national championship.
Yeah.
How great is that?
Game of adjustments.
It's a nice underhand serve. She went more of a slice and a scoop as opposed to that traditional rolling topspin overhand serve, or underhand serve rather.
Yeah, the lower you can keep that serve, the less offense certainly there, or at least pressure offense that your opponents can bring.
Nice lob there, pushing her back behind the service line, caused her one of the few real errors we've seen.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Nice
Great
hands.
pressure and awesome hands. Nice. I like the way Von Kennel ducked.
I was just going to
deferred her
comment on
partner.
that. You beat me to it, Denise. Great court coverage there. Why is that so important, Denise? You teed yourself up for that one.
Yeah, I
beautifully.
mean, it's her partner's balance hitting the shot, and she wouldn't be. She would have been pulled way out of position and compromise, as a result, compromise the team's positioning.
Almost always that ball ends up going to the other side of the court and ends in definite strategic advantage for the other team.
Absolutely.
I don't know if they could hear you, Denise, but they seem to have slowed down, settled in here a little bit at this net game.
It came to the highest bidder, but they got it. They're mic'd up. They can hear what we're saying. I'm just kidding. That's how rumors get started.
How great
Jason's
would
saying.
that be? Yeah. How great would that be? Oh, I like that move by Liz, though. Just give him something different.
Yep. Just kind of float in, apply a little pressure, and then peel.
Great point.
It was a really well-developed point. It stings when you extract the ball you want and you miss it.
Yes.
It's almost too good to be true. She's like, wait, there it is. It was a great point by all four players.
Just wide.
That's a good eye.
I think that's the first backhand off the screen she's missed.
So, Jason, for our viewers, we know, but Liz Cruz, director of rackets at Saddle and Cycle Club in Chicago, and her partner, Mirta Molenveld, she's director of rackets at Birmingham Athletic Club in Michigan. I believe that's just outside of Detroit,
Yep.
the Detroit area.
Beautiful club. Nice return there and a break to consolidate their hold. We're saying an opposite today.
Yeah, right, exactly.
So we've got Cruz Melnikoff serving 3-1.
Such a good pressure drive,
And-
stepping into the blue.
What set that up, Denise, as you commented before, was that great lob down the line to that square to spare Q4, which is just
Yep.
the where points go to die for that net team.
Totally. It is cool that Melnikoff has in the pink leggings. You know, she's a righty, but she's got a wicked two-handed forehand. At first, I was like, wait, she's a lefty. It's like, no, she's actually a righty, but she hits two hands, which you don't see very often. It's cool.
Thank you for confirming. I was beginning to think I was seeing
Yeah,
things.
I know. It only took me 4 games.
Yeah.
Jason.
I had it early, but I wasn't quite sure.
Yeah. It's cool.
Yeah, but you know, again, why not hit your best stroke all the time, right? And from a young age, you just grip the paddle or your tennis racket how you want it to play, and what feels best in your hand.
They're just so consistent and calculated with with their targets, Molenveld and Cruz.
And I wanted to comment, too, to your point of Cruz's experience. You know, she's definitely picked up the pace of play a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so she gets that game lead, right? Consolidate the
Yep.
break. Steps on the gas a little bit.
All right, Cruz serving, Von Kennel returning. I'm sure they'd like to see this be 3-2 instead of 4-1. That's a big can be a mental hurdle to come back from.
Yeah, can be. We talk a lot about how I think it's a pretty deceiving lead.
Yes. Yeah, but look where she was standing when she was driving.
All right, on our break, we've got, did you know that volley has thrown 5 million balls to players working on their game? Don't get left behind. Get your reps in with volley. Whether it's day or night, you're in control of your training. Volley offers world-class training on demand, helping you sharpen your skills and level up your game whenever it fits your schedule. Ready to join the movement? Start training smarter with volley today.
Absolutely.
It's an amazing machine.
It is. We have one at Skokie Country Club, and it's used often, and I think it's amazing. It really, first of all, I'm stuck in the 80s, so, and I think I say this every single one I do, but so for me to be able to figure out the app and know how to do it, anybody literally can do it. It's very easy, and it just, what I see it most beneficial to the members is return a serve and screen work. That's when I see it used the most.
Well, and I love, you know, as a teaching professional myself, you know, hearing you, Denise, and all the other teaching professionals, we support it. You know, I think there was a lot of fear when it first came out of, is this replacing us?
Yeah. Oh, gosh, no.
It's an incredible tool for us to use and for players and you know, people to learn and improve their game.
I like Molenveld's mood there, though. I know she missed the volley, but it's a good pressure move.
I agree. And again, you're up 4-1. You might as well just continue to put the pressure on them and make them think about every possible play and strike of the ball.
Liz's backhand screen drive. So good.
She holds it well.
Yeah.
You know. And I also, she's probably 50-50 right now between playing two hands or one, which again adds just a different level of deception because I feel like she lobs more with a one-handed backhand than she does with two.
Yep.
It makes the player have to actually watch the paddle, the ball, and their hands
Jeez.
all at the same time. There's another one.
Yeah. Great hands by
Great
Melnikoff.
volley. She didn't bail, she stayed.
Yep. Yeah, Molenveld's definitely getting more involved, making her presence very known, coming from that deuce side. Just moving into the blue, and it's one thing to drive, but when you add pressure to that, like moving into the court takes time away, and that ball is just coming so, like, just bigger.
Mm-hmm. And I don't know how you feel about it, Denise, but I always feel like you actually get far more offense out of the deuce side, especially when your team lobs well, because you're forcing the net side to have to play the ball in an area where now you've got to drive and you're having to cover more court, et cetera. The list is endless. So to me, that's just putting her in a perfect spot.
Absolutely.
All right.
They're going to, Von Kennel, Melnikoff started strong. I would love to see them just slow it down.
Yeah.
And then when they do get the look they want, just to go for a high percentage target between them or at the net players, not around.
And I don't feel like the mistake in the point count has been, you know, weighted one side to the other.
Yeah.
They've just, you know, Cruz and Molenveld have just played very smart, you know, paddle. But I think this game here would be a nice game to have, if nothing else, for momentum moving into the second set of the match.
Nice. Cruz just letting that go. between her legs, trusting her partner's going to be there.
If it's low, let it go. And
It's
jump
so
for flair.
good. Yeah, right. She did it all. A+ there. She had style points and effectiveness.
Look good, play good.
Oh,
You know
wow.
about that, Denise. Nice
Way
shots.
to not give up on that. Never say never. Molenveld just cruising in behind that. I think Von Kennel thought the point was over. She started backing up. Should have closed. That was a
Yeah,
great
she's got
gut.
nowhere to go but up,
Yep.
right? Good lob.
Really good lob. Liz just stays so steady and small up there, meaning like she's just compact.
Well, she moved well with the lob, too, to put herself in position to be there for that next shot. Both those drives, you know, she was right there to be in place for the
Yeah.
volley. 30 love. I personally feel like this is one place of the game that Melnikoff and Van Kennel can step up a little pressure. They're returning well, maybe throwing some blitzes, so throwing some different
Yes.
looks. They're getting some volleys to pop up high. And like that, when they're a short ball, you can follow it in with another drive.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, they're both returning so well, so that's one degree of difficulty they're giving their opponents. Then you add a second degree by coming in behind it. Now you're onto something.
Okay, double set point.
And I just stay back.
Oh,
One of the few misses. All right, that is the first set. Cruz and Molenveld take it 6-1 against Melnikoff on Kennel. We'll be right back just in a moment after these messages right here on the APTA YouTube channel presented by CSM Media.
At Corient, wealth management begins and ends with you. We believe the more personal the solution, the more powerful the result. We treat your goals as our own. We never lose focus on the life you want to build. And our experienced advisors design custom-built strategies to help you get there. It's time for a wealth management experience as sophisticated as you are. It's time for Corient.
Welcome back to the APTA Tour. We're here at Birchwood Open in Highland Park, Illinois, with this women's semifinal match between number 4 seed Liz Cruz and Mirta Molenveld versus Ali Von Kennel and Morgan Melnikoff. First set, I'm here with Jason Love. First of all, we had a blast calling this first set, and the first couple games were nice and long, Jason, and then it kind of sped up a little bit. What are your thoughts on that first set and going forward in the second set? What are we hopefully looking for?
yeah, I agree. I think, and first off, again, we got Cruz and Melnikoff here in the bottom of the screen in the black pants and purple pants in front of us, and Melnikoff and Von Kennel on the far side in the pink and black. Hopefully, you're better at differentiating between pink and purple than I am.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we saw the experience of Cruz and the skill set of Melnikoff step up in the really 3 quarters of that first set.
Yes.
I know that Melnikoff and Von Kennel had a long 3-set match in the quarters, so I'm sure that had something to play into it. But hopefully, they were able to kind of catch their breath and regroup here. One of my mentors and, dare I say, good friends in the world, Rodney Workman, always used to say that the first set's only 20% of the match. So
Yep.
you buckle
It's
up,
true.
Denise. We could be in for a long
I
one.
know.
We got 80% left.
I know. I'm hopeful because we're having just so much darn fun here, Jason.
It is great here at the Birchwood Club, and big thank you to Allison and Adam Morgan for putting this event on. They got food trucks out here. It's a great atmosphere. The club does a great job. And also exciting to see, longtime Chicago guy, South Barrington Club was hosting matches. So
Aw.
Jay Morgan out there. Shout out to Jay.
Love it. So yeah, so we've got Melnikoff serving, partner Von Kennel at the net, and Liz Cruz is going to be returning here, wearing the black sweatshirt and pants. I think I would love to see Von Kennel and Melnikoff slow things down and get really picky with the shots that they choose to drive. And when they do get that drivable ball, to just go for safe targets. I think good shots will win them points. They don't need to be great and risky. Sometimes we get caught in a trap, especially when we're playing a really solid team. We're like, we need to make these incredible shots. It's like, no. I would just like to see them slow it down, work the middle more, pull them in, and then inflict some pain.
Yeah, I totally agree. And flip it a little bit. In the backcourt, I'd actually like to see them drive a little bit more, because I would dare I say right now they're lobbing well, but it's just not producing, an advantage for them. Cruz and Molenveld are doing such a great job with their positioning, as you keyed in earlier, right?
Yes.
Mix it up a little bit, right? Variety is the spice of life, but
Yes.
also the team that is generally willing to change the dynamic of the match generally pulls ahead and wins.
Nice volley by Melnikoff there. Stepping up.
Great adjustment and volley there. Covering the middle of the court. Interesting choice not to bail.
Yep.
I think it maybe got her a little bit there. If she backs up and retreats, maybe you
Yeah.
just live to fight another day kind of mentality.
I would have to agree, especially with the temperatures. I mean, I know feels cold, but relatively speaking for paddle, like 30 degrees-ish, somebody's going to hit that ball hard. You're going to have a good chance of getting it off the back screen.
Agreed.
It's a great get by Molenveld, just following it up, keeping those feet moving. But I do like how Von Kennel just mixed it up a little bit, makes her think.
I totally agree. And I think we were both in agreement in that, right? We've got to try something different,
Yes.
right?
So I like this point a lot, Jason. They're really grinding it out. They're making really good choices. It's an awesome.
And I love that drive.
Yeah.
But, geez, what a great volley.
But I, to your point, you mentioned earlier, Jason, I'd love to see on some of these phenomenal lobs, especially a lob that pulls Molenveld back and to her left as a righty. That's a tough overhead to make. I'd love to see them coming in and applying some pressure.
Yeah.
Because you don't know how an opponent's going to react to it until you try it, until you do it.
And I'm a firm believer in that, right? And the scoring system makes you play differently than if every point was literally 1-1, 2-1, 3-1, 3-2.
Oh, that lob was in. Oh, boy.
Interesting, a little singles tennis going on.
So I was holding my breath there for a
I
minute.
did.
Can you
I
tell?
was going to say, breathe.
I think I turned blue for a second.
We don't commentate these matches. We're invested in these
I'm
matches.
like, oh, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I'm there.
Well, we are.
Yeah. That's probably why I feel that way.
Yeah, that's right. The drama is real.
But this is a big, to start off the second set, you want to come out. Von Kennel and Melnikoff, they're not laying down here. They've really kind of dialed it in.
And in this point, we've had, what, this is our fourth transition from the net to the backcourt between each team?
Yep. I think that ball was just a little bit too low for Cruz to screen drive, although she hasn't missed one yet, so why not? But, all right, this is a big point for Von Kennel Melnikoff. They can convert this service game.
Look at smart by Cruz. Just throw up a lob. Get yourself started. You can hear the residual. This is not the only semifinal going on right now.
No, that was Chelsea Middle over there playing with Laura Barron.
I was going to say we have another very entertaining match on the other court. There it was, though. Big hold. Great hold by Melnikoff and Von Kennel. That had to feel really good. You're going to take a big breath right now.
Yeah.
In for 6, out for 6.
I'm going to put all our viewers to sleep if I start doing that.
Well,
Do a little meditation
I also
here.
need to know that you're still alive. Please breathe.
I am.
Please breathe.
No, but that was a really smart game by Von Kennel and Melnikoff. Just lengthening it out, picking the right shots. I really liked it.
Again, we don't get a chance to see them a lot, right? You know, from being out East Connecticut, I believe, right? You know, but again, just great, straightforward. Look at the blitz. But see, I love it, though. Personally, I'm a big fan.
Yep.
Not
Me
only
too.
because I suggested it, but I think they need to keep mixing it up.
Mainly because you suggested it. No, I liked it too. That was a great opportunity. Just the execution wasn't there, but I like it. I feel like they need to do more of that.
Absolutely.
It's just a great dipping ball.
See, they drive so well. I'd like to see them press that, add a little bit more, you know, disruption into the net game of Cruz and Molenveld.
Absolutely. So, Jason, next step, we've got the last Grand Prix of the season, Short Hills, February 8th and 9th. Following that, the next weekend, February 15th, 16th, we've got the Steel City Classic in Pittsburgh, PA, followed by the Indianapolis Open. And then, boom, Nationals. And I'm really excited about Nationals. It's in Philadelphia this year, the Philadelphia Cricket Club. But I really am excited about the new format, starting on a Thursday at 1 o'clock and ending, you know, on Saturday night under the lights, a big paddle party for the men's and women's finals. I love the new format. So Sunday's reserved for a weather day in case things were postponed. But what a great weekend that will be. What are your thoughts on the change of format? Are you a fan?
I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I alluded to it before. We won't go down that tangent. I didn't bring my soapbox with me, but about the scoring system, et cetera. But look, I think we need to find ways to continue to engage the fans, the spectators, more players at a bigger scale.
Yeah.
And I think the Saturday night party, if you will.
Yes,
and not that
it is.
Not that it has to be a rager, Denise. But the point is you're bringing
I hope
the community.
it's a rager.
Yeah. I don't want to miss out. But I think we just need to keep finding ways to promote what makes this game great, right?
Yes.
And it's the camaraderie, it's the competitiveness, it's the sportsmanship, but it's the people having fun enjoying it together.
Absolutely. And it's celebrating a great season for everybody, you know? I mean, like, players, spectators, I love it. So, March 6th through 8.
And I want to agree, Philly always does a great job.
Yes.
I'll save you some of the stories from Philly, Denise, but...
Yeah, you probably can't tell them because they're not PG.
I didn't say they were inappropriate. I just said they were great stories.
Okay.
You know.
Sorry, my mind just.
That's okay.
All right.
Point to hold.
In Cruz, they're starting to, both Molenveld and Cruz are starting to mix up their spins, their paces of overheads a little bit more challenging. Von Kennel and Melnikoff at the baseline.
I want to point out how well Cruz moves at the net when she's the drive stopper, the volleyer,
Oh, yeah.
right? You know, she does such a great job of moving east and west, if you will, right? Left and right, covering the court.
Yes.
Such a great supportive role. It makes you as an overheader feel very confident that you can put the ball wherever you want it to be on purpose or an accident, and she's going to
Absolutely.
be there to cover it.
All right, we've got Allie Von Kennel serving, Mirta Molenveld returning. We're at 1-1 in the second set here at the Birchwood Open in Highland Park, Illinois.
And this would be great. I'd love to see, to your point, another great game, right, by Melnikoff and
Yes.
Kennel, right? They did, do what you did last time. Just stick with it. And even last game was a great game for them.
Yeah. I feel like, and I'm not saying this about Von Kennel and Melnikoff, just in general, understanding and knowing and trusting that playing within yourself is all that's necessary. Because I feel like sometimes we get in these, the semis of a match or against a big, well-known player, and we just try to do a little bit too much that's out of our box. But if we were to just stay in and trust the skill set we have and just grind it out, I think you would be pleasantly surprised. And, Von Kennel and Melnikoff are, I think if they grinded it out and passed on a couple of these or picked perhaps a little bit safer target.
It's a great shot. Great get.
Really good. Oh, that's
and I love that.
Molenveld's so fast. But that's a smart play by Von Kennel. Pulling her back against the back screen and then dropping her. Meaning Molenveld.
I think that's underused, the drop shot, in that scenario.
Yes.
Way not used nearly enough. Then I want to follow up on what you were saying, Denise, and flip it a little bit.
Yeah,
just
I
for
like
a
the
visual
flip.
perspective. Look at the, Cruz's court position in these last 3 games. She is literally playing almost every point inside the baseline.
Yeah.
So to your point of Melnikoff and Von Kennel playing within themselves and sticking with the system, she's continuing to try to find ways to make you uncomfortable.
Yep.
And make you feel the pressure of this
Yes.
match. I mean,
Yeah.
it's such a veteran move.
Absolutely. Yeah, her positioning is making the court feel smaller and making you feel like, oh gosh, if I miss my target, we're going to be feeling that.
And Melnikoff missed an overhead wide, which the majority of the match, she would have taken that overhead right down the middle
Yep.
instead of trying to put it to a side screen. But this is good. To your point earlier at the start of the set, great shot. Great dig off the beam. Might have had a little metal on that one.
A little metal. And they handled it beautifully.
You usually only see that at the Steel City Open, but
Dun, dun.
the much better pace of play
Yes.
for them in this game, or this set, sorry. Good point.
It's just such a grinding point. Really good.
I know that I sent a thing out to the membership bar players, and I said, watch the overheads, and that point was a perfect example. Much more than 50% of the overheads were hit right down the middle of the court, underneath that Birchwood logo,
Yes.
right? And it just pulls them out of your corner, and it makes what should be an easy routine shot that much harder.
Yeah.
There again, perfect.
That was nice. I like when people call things on themselves. I think that volley hit the ground before.
Bounce it down, maybe.
Yep,
Yeah,
I think.
that is.
Otherwise, she was just like, Uncle, I want to stop
exactly.
it.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want your
I'm just
forehand
kidding.
coming at me. Yeah.
No, but it is nice when you
Maybe
call
in the
those
men's
things.
semi we'll get some of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think any of these 4 ladies are going to hit that shot.
No. All right.
But a great lob. And I want to go back to the last couple breaks by Cruz and Melnikoff. The break point off of Cruz's return was a lob return down the line.
Yeah.
Forcing the net player back, and that point it led right to an error.
Yeah, it's just keeping your opponents guessing, keeping them off balance. I mean, Liz could step in and light every one of these up, and for whatever reason she's not, but it's very effective.
Well, it's funny you bring that up, Denise. That's what we worked on this week in all of our drills. Was that we generally say the server has all the advantage, but the returner can do anything they want.
Yeah.
Also.
Yes.
You don't have to hit it back
No.
cross court to the server every time. And again, Cruz has done a nice job with that. At least the last 2 break points that I can remember, she won off a lob return, intentional lob return.
Yeah.
So we've got Melnikoff to serve 2-1 here in the second set after winning the first set 6-1. Much better pace of play. in the second set.
Yes.
And again, hopefully to your point, they can just stick with it. And as my dad always used to say, you just got to dance with the girl you came with, right? Just keep playing the same style.
Nice. I liked how Molenveld got down and kind of leaned to her right to allow Cruz.
Wow. Behind the head.
Wow.
I love how Melnikoff moves her feet back behind the ball for those
Yes.
overheads, for those low reset push overheads.
Yes, she's very balanced. I love Molenveld immediately is just identifying her partner was in trouble, pulled out of position. She's like, don't even worry about it, I got you. It's awesome.
Communication
Yes.
is so key.
Yes.
And you know, we say that a lot, Denise, right? The top level players on every ball are saying, help yours, mine,
Yep.
etc. Right? Whatever the call is,
Yep.
just to help keep everything on the same page. I mean, that's really a story for life too, isn't it, Denise? Right? Communication is really key.
So important. Most important under the toughest times, Jason. We're laughing here.
Yes. And we'll bring
Deep
it back.
thoughts
We'll
with
bring it
Jason
back.
and
Yeah.
Denise.
I can go as deep as you want. 30 all.
Such a good setup. Boy, Melnikoff really loads on that return. She just stays so compact and has so much like energy stored.
And it creates pressure, right,
Oh,
for
yeah.
that volleyer. They don't know where it's going. Down.
Yep.
She's hit a couple down the line. She's gone cross court with it. Great ball. I love that second
Tough
drive,
shot.
and actually I was going to say that earlier.
Yeah.
Is rather than just pop in and lob that ball,
Yeah.
I love that second drive, but doesn't have to probably be that hard, right? Just make her have to hit a volley.
Yep. And that was a shorter ball right on the service line. Going down the line on that is a tough one. Over the highest part of the net and the shortest part of the court. That's a tricky ball. All right, 3-1. Cruz Molenveld up against Melnikoff and Von Kennel. Taking a little,
Yeah, I'm not sure. Hopefully it's not an injury. She keeps looking at her finger. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe a little Band-Aid.
maybe a little Band-Aid action. This is a good time to talk about team nationals, Jason.
I love team nationals.
Boom. Do you want to talk about that?
I would love to talk about team nationals. So team nationals coming up at the end of the season, the first weekend of April.
Yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, we've got the women out east and the men here in Chicago.
You got it. New
this
Jersey
year.
women's and men's here. Yes.
It is. Look, I love Chicago Charities. Obviously, it's deep to my heart. But
Yeah.
but team nationals to me is kind of the most fun event, right?
Yes.
What I think, tennis, college tennis, is so great about
yes.
college tennis is the team aspect,
Yep,
and to be
yep.
able to create that in the platform tennis world.
Yes.
So you get your group of friends, play. There's a level for everyone.
Yeah.
So sign up and play. It's a great weekend, whether you're out east or here in Chicago.
Absolutely. I popped in last year to the women's that was here, and Mike Rowley runs that. And gosh, it's just it's tough to. I mean, it's gonna sound weird, but I'd say paddle is actually like secondary to the amount of
Totally,
fun
yeah.
that everybody was having.
It really is, and I think to your point about the changing of the format of the national tournament, I think that's
Yes.
going to also incorporate again the camaraderie, the sportsmanship, the love of the game, the people. Right, that's what makes it special, and that's what
Yes.
makes it fun.
All right.
Okay, unfortunately two quick points there.
Yes. I like that little words of encouragement at this time.
Absolutely.
Got to pump up your partner.
you know, again,
in
we
turn pumps up yourself, you know?
don't need to get too deep on it, right? But it takes more injury to be negative than it does to be positive.
Yes.
So take the easy way out.
Wait, what do they say? It takes more muscles to frown than to smile, right?
I think that all fits.
It's like,
But we've got double break point here. And I think it was Cruz's position, right? She was creeping up that ad side, and she
Yes.
missed that overhead wide, trying to make it too good. I'm going to say, Denise, I think that might be the third or fourth ball Cruz has missed this entire match.
yeah. Maybe even the whole tournament, Jason.
Fair. I didn't see her other matches, but yeah.
I didn't either, but just knowing Liz.
Yes.
I mean, obviously, Molenveld is an amazing player as well. We're not dinging her at all, but
no.
when you've got the experience of Cruz and the level that she has taken her game, it's hard not to kind of shine the light a little bit more on her. But the two of them together are just so solid, and I'm really glad Molenveld came in for this tournament.
Yeah. They're a tough team. I don't know if they're
Yeah.
planning to play together for the
Yeah,
next
I'm not
couple
sure.
Grand Prix and through the end of the season. And to that point, as I said earlier, offense out of the Deuce side, I feel like the Deuce side players, you know, inadvertently get less praise, face time,
Right.
airtime, if you will. But the reality is, a lot of the time, they're the point enders,
Yes.
you know, in a positive way.
Yeah, yeah. Or they're the one that's giving life to the drive from their partner on the ad side, right?
Absolutely.
With their good lob. So it's a win-win over there.
And look, great play. Just lob cross court, drive cross court.
Yeah. Melnikoff and Kennel doing a nice call on the blitz there.
That's a nice forehand.
Yeah, look at these targets. Molenveld does not go around. She goes at or between, which is, again, so what? They make the volley, but the odds are significantly in your favor that those balls are going to add to points.
I wonder
Wow,
if she called the doink there.
that's a nice. The doink.
When it hits the
Doink.
nick, call the doink.
That doink.
It only counts if you call it, Denise.
Never happened if he didn't.
Never happened. But great fight. Bring it back to deuce.
Yeah. Melnikoff does a great job of getting low and locking her wrist on her volleys. It's just really, I mean, overheads too, getting behind, but when she knows the drive's coming, she just gets very still.
You said it earlier, very quiet.
Yes.
Right. You know, the bottom half of, you know, her pants might be loud, but her game and her feet and her body is very quiet. Oh,
Wow, that was a great volley by
Yeah.
Von Kennel, but
they kind of
dangerous
got away
overhead.
with that one there a little
Yes.
bit. I love it.
Oh. I mean, Mirta was maybe going to get that on the fly.
It-
She started running.
She did. She saw it, but I love that play. Make her move.
Yes,
Get her out of it.
yes.
Because she's been hitting great forehand drives from just inside the baseline. Make her do something different.
Exactly. All right, advantage Cruz Molenveld.
It's their third break point. Back to deuce. And again, fitting the way this set is going, another close game here.
Yeah. I thought Von Kennel was going to do it, be in a different formation, which I was actually excited to see, and then she kept walking.
She paused. She did take
Yeah,
that little pause.
yeah.
I agree with you.
That's a great ball.
Good
Really
move.
nice placement of that second ball. Molenveld was pulled way out of position, and
And I think the
opens up the
speed was
court.
key too, right?
Yes.
She didn't overhit it.
totally.
You want that to be touched,
Yes.
but to come back soft. If you hit it fast, it's going to be touched and come back hard.
Absolutely. And to your point that, you know, the drop shot being the most underrated.
There it is.
So good.
Great hold. So we've got 3-2 Cruz Melnikoff over Melnikoff Von Kennel. Corient is excited to partner with the APTA because, whether as advisors to our members or members themselves, they are already part of the APTA community. Learn more at www.corient.com, the official wealth sponsor of the APTA.
All right, Liz Cruz is taking us out here, 3-2. After winning the first set 6-1 against Von Kennel and Melnikoff. Melnikoff setting up that two-handed forehand, which is proven to be pretty devastating, especially on the return of serve. She can just kind of seems to be able to put that ball anywhere, and is causing Cruz and Molenveld like a little bit of a problem on that, but nice.
Yeah, I agree. And they've made a couple little changes, right? And I love that. We were talking about that even late in the first set. What changes are they going to make? I've personally loved the drop shot.
Yes.
I called for that early.
Yes.
I'm glad to see.
So I was going to finish my thought on that. The drop shot you said earlier was the most underrated shot in the game, which I 100% agree with. But I think what's misunderstood about that is the point isn't to end. Yes, if you end the point, that's great, but it significantly weakens your opponent's positioning, pulling them way out. You've got one player at the net. If they do get it back, their partner has to cover the entire court for that next ball, which can cause a lot of problems, and they capitalized on that. Von Kennel and Melnikoff capitalized on it at the last point.
I heard her call the doink on that, so that one counts.
Nice.
But Denise, this way, you and I have always taught so well together and been so great and simpatico on that. Look, I say it all the time. The drop shot is best served to be touched. You know, if you're trying to hit a drop shot that is unreturnable, you generally miss.
Right.
Right? But the fact is you gain greater advantage by having them touch the ball and move out of position and create a little chaos.
Yeah. Do you hear Liz Cruz telling Molenveld, stay low?
Great advice.
Nice little reminder. I love that, though.
Great advice.
Maybe she sees things, she says an idea. It's like, hey.
She's a little taller, right? You know, so, and they're hitting these, look at that, another great dipping ball.
Yeah.
So, you know, again, I'd love to see them maybe take advantage of that, blitz off of that.
Yes.
They're
There's
popping
definitely
up every
opportunities.
time.
Yes.
And it's much easier for us to see here in the booth
Oh my
and everyone
gosh.
watching than obviously the players playing, but they're literally hitting their return to serve more like a pickleball dink that's bouncing in front of their feet.
Yeah. I mean, it's very impressive, both of their returns, Von Kennel and Melnikoff.
And for all the club level players, I want to point out just the speed of that return to get it low. It's not hard and fast.
Yeah.
It's slow with some spin, dipping down. Here we are, double break point.
Again, I love hearing Molenveld just say, we've been here before, just like pumping up her partner. Oh, and Cruz just lights up her serve. I love that. And Melnikoff handles it no problem. There's always kind of that next level in Cruz's.
I do feel like we're waiting for something.
Yeah. No, there's another gear. She just clicked in on that serve.
But I also love, to your point earlier, that she's not letting it loose yet.
Yeah.
You know, she's really yet to kind of unleash that. Oh, there's one. And double break point, she's going to throw that heavy roller right
Yeah.
at your body.
I mean, mixing in, again, the pace, the spin. It's just hard to navigate when you don't know what's coming. But if that's all she hit, Jason, both Melnikoff and Von Kennel are talented enough players to be able to adjust and be able to get that back. But it's when you don't know when it's coming.
And absolutely, that's what I was just going to say. The reason you don't know is, look at her body position, her balance. She's hitting every overhead from behind the ball, right, moving forward.
Yes.
So that when they all look the same, we don't necessarily teach deception.
Yeah.
But when they all look the same, you don't know what's coming next.
Absolutely.
Great lob there.
That was a really big game for Von Kennel Melnikoff. Really big. All right, Jason, 3-all. We got ourselves a second set here.
I love it. Ooh, they both thought that was going long, I think. That's nice. I feel like Melnikoff hasn't had too many bigger forehands in a while here, right? So that felt really good for her to put that
she
ball in
stepped in
play and hit
beautifully.
it with nice spin. be interesting to see as this set continues, and if it stays close, Denise, which team is going to try something different, maybe a different serving position formation.
Yeah.
Again, maybe aggressive, a little more aggressive on your blitzing.
Yeah, I mean, Von Kennel and Melnikoff's returns are so good. To me, that's just low-hanging fruit to make an adjustment, just to fly in and put pressure. Because they're already putting so much pressure on their first volley just by their shots, so they add to it by coming in behind it. I feel like they would get some forced errors out of Cruz and Molenveld.
See, now this is where I'd love to see them pump the brakes, tie their shoe.
Yeah, something. Those were two very fast points.
And you can see they've lost a little confidence in their body position in their volleys, right? And they popped a few and missed a couple. So there's the break for Cruz and Melnikoff, up 4-3. Second set.
7th game.
We joke about that a lot on the local stream.
Yeah, like where'd that come from?
I don't know.
7th game.
Brad Gilbert.
I mean, I could see 5-2 versus 4-3. That's a big difference. I get that. But when it's 3-all,
Yeah. Well, I think to your point, they've been battling, right? So,
Yes.
So it feels to some part harder mentally to climb the hill as opposed to slide down the hill.
Totally. All right, but this is a big game for all four players, but especially Melnikoff and Von Kennel, who are down a set and down 4-3.
New ball.
I believe so. All right, I like the high five. Started off. Good juju with the partnership. There you go. Oh, I like the move, though.
They're already moving better than they were last game. You can tell by their body.
Yes.
You know, their body movement.
Yeah, there's been energy infused here. Oh, that's
oh my
a great,
gosh, great shot.
Slash.
Might have to go check that APTA snowboard.
I know. I mean, this is going to be good. Look at how low she makes contact with that, Jason.
But
Bam.
moving forward,
Yep,
perfect
carving.
finish.
All right. If I were Von Kennel and Melnikoff, I'd like to slow this down.
Again, don't let it go fast. I think that's what Cruz and Molenveld want, right? Oh, well placed, right off the tape.
Sorry, not sorry. Yeah. Hand goes up. Why are we so conditioned to when we hit a really good shot that happens to hit the net, we'd say sorry.
Well,
it's a great ball.
And how many great tennis and platform tennis players have you heard say that they're aiming for the top of the net?
Yeah.
So why would you apologize for that?
Right. It's such a good forehand.
Good ball.
That's a tough ball.
It was so deep in the court.
So deep.
All right, point to hold. But I love the move.
Wow.
Great move. Getting a clap from me in the box on that one. Cause, again, just made her look up. Her eyes lost track of the ball for that split second. I agree with the comment you made earlier about Cruz and her speed control. I still feel like I'm sitting on the edge of my seat waiting to see what she's going to do next. Is she going to stay slow? Is she going to go fast?
I think she's pretty comfortable doing exactly what she's doing right now.
I agree. Good lobs again. They've really lobbed well this whole match.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
It's interesting, Denise, because how many matches can you say through tournaments, et cetera, whatever, where you feel like you needed to be maybe more aggressive?
Yeah.
Right? You know, they've lobbed so well, but they're not, maybe not taking as big advantage of as they could have, right?
Yeah. That's just a tough ball right there.
And as I say that, of course,
Well, that ball was a little high floater there. It's tricky. I want to say a special shout out to all the people at the APTA who helped make all these tournaments possible. Gosh, from early in the fall to, leaking. I mean, it just continues, like nationals and beyond. So special thank you to Jackie Cameron, Cindy Haber, Patty Hogan, Karen Najedlik. I mean, and the cast and crew. There's
Yes.
a gazillion people supporting them and behind them making this happen. So thank you for all your dedication and commitment to this, to the APTA, to the sport, and to growing it and making it so darn fun for everybody.
Well, I to that point too, we talked about nationals changing format, et
Yes.
cetera. Adding team nationals. How many years ago was that? Again, I think the APTA board and the group as a whole, right,
Yes.
they're just so involved.
So involved. Oh, wow.
Obviously, Ann Sheedy can't.
Oh,
leave out Ann
gosh.
Sheedy.
Yeah, Aunt Sheedy, she's awesome.
And we know we're missing people. For
We
the
know we
record.
are.
Yes. Speaking from personal experience, there's a village that makes it easier for me for charities and everything. So thank
Yeah.
you to everybody. I actually really like that camera angle, Cal, where you see the ball and it goes so low from this side when it's down in front of us, and you
Yes.
see Cruz and Molenveld's head and their body bend so low to play that low ball.
Oh, wow. That was a great lob. It was a good look by Cruz.
I think she had to hit it.
Oh, 100%. I mean, she extracted a high backhand flick from Von Kennel and just missed the forehand.
Great return.
Yep.
All four of these ladies have really volleyed so well
Yes.
from their shoelaces today. It's been pretty impressive.
Yes.
How many times have you heard the ball hit their paddle and their paddle hit the court?
It's a court.
But again, the body posture movement seems much more positive in this game than it did last game as well for them.
Yes.
So that's good news. I'm really good at the commentator jinx, by the way, Denise.
I know, it's something I didn't believe in, but now I do. I can't say as much.
I've had people ask me not to do their matches.
Yeah, right. Please, please, have mercy.
I love that roll.
Yep.
Change, again, speed and pace, right? Spin.
I mean, that ball is just deceptively hard because it is dropping so fast.
And you don't know if
Right.
she's going to lob it.
Match point. Oh, wow. And there you go. Cruz, Molenveld take it 6-1, 6-3. Second set was much better. They slowed it down. Von Kennel and Melnikoff slowed it down, really lengthened out the points, making better decisions. But at the end of the day, Cruz and Molenveld just, had answers for pretty much everything they had. What were your thoughts, Jason?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, we talked about at the beginning, you obviously have a three-time national champ,
Yeah.
Liz Cruz out there, which again, not saying anything about Molenveld and her skill level in any way, but just that presence on the court, I feel like crept in a couple different occasions. And again, I don't know what the long three-set quarterfinal took out of them for that match.
Yeah.
But again, good match. I love how they fought back.
Absolutely.
You hate to see that go south
Yes.
in a hurry. So,
Yeah.
kudos to them. And again, I personally want to say thanks to everybody here, the live stream crew, the
Yes.
club, again, for putting this whole show on.
Yes, thank you, CSM Media and everybody. And so what's coming up next? So congratulations again, Cruz Molenveld. They move into the finals, which will be played here tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. And the match that will follow this is the men's semis. Jason, thanks so much. Enjoyed calling this match with you.
Oh, my gosh, Denise, thank you so much. This was the best highlight of my day.
And highlight of your night, too.
And of my night, yes.
Let's go.
Thank you so much. It was really fun.
All right, awesome. See ya.
At Volley, we build tools to unlock your potential. The new Volley PTI feature breaks down your game like never before. Ever wondered, which partner has impacted my PTI the most? What's our win percentage as the favorite or underdog? Do I perform differently in 2 or 3 set matches? Now, it's all at your fingertips. The PTI tool is free to everyone. Download the Volley app today and level up your game. We'll see you on the court.
At Corient, wealth management begins and ends with you. We believe the more personal the solution, the more powerful the result. We treat your goals as our own. We never lose focus on the life you want to build. And our experienced advisors design custom-built strategies to help you get there. It's time for a wealth management experience as sophisticated as you are. It's time for Corient.